Travis Wayne Goodsell. I was winding down to go to bed when came across Microsoft Edge's Microsoft News from the Salt Lake Tribune. The Salt Lake Tribune had received the government's emails concerning their handling or mishandling of the coronavirus. And it shows what I've already informed the courts, that they had everything prepared. They were going to manage the virus so that the outbreak can be contained and return everybody to work. But then they didn't do it. They ignored the health officials. And as a result, we all know what happened. What they do not reveal is the connection to the church. That's where I come in. The stats show that in the beginning you had high unemployment by shutting down, and then by opening up too early, that resulted in a rise of coronavirus cases. But unemployment went down proportionately. It shows that those who tested positive were no longer receiving unemployment. He goes over the no-bid contracts with the fake testing company that has been scamming other states. This was covered in the auditor's report, which the Governor Herbert objected to. There are picture captions of certain emails. It's sad, literally sad. They purposely sabotaged us. We do need the medical establishment. They are part of the solution. This is Kirsten Cox to Colby Olverson, Ajay Kapoor, Steve Cuthbert, Yishay Ashlag, and Lori Davis. But relying on them exclusively has put our country into a serious and avoidable crisis. Wow. Wow. I want to get people to start to think about other solutions and needed tools. Our state would be in serious trouble if we had relied only on their input, which means they didn't, and we're in the crisis. This is a viral outbreak. You don't follow government. you follow the health professionals. Everybody knows this. They purposely, intentionally, premeditatively sought to have us assassinated, genocidally murdered. Here's excerpts from from Angela Dunn. She was the spokesperson to Kylie Sage, and it's a bit small print, and she makes a typing error. Angela says, "It is out of control and needs to be reined in. We are in danger of losing trust with the LHDs and the public, which will make controlling this pandemic even harder." So Angela recognizes the need to rely more on the health professionals. But here's Kylie's response. "I am incredibly uncomfortable with this, since these are not UDOH products, and there have been a lot of issues with them. Non-negotiable because Chris Cox put a lot of work into them, and they are state products." So yeah, this was botched bad. In a late May email, Cox implied that financial considerations were motivating traditional health institutions to push back on asymptomatic testing, writing that they only get reimbursed from insurance if the person has symptoms. Yep. See, I was a little concerned in the beginning because the health professionals were saying that we all needed to lock down everything and have everybody stay home, which is what is required during a quarantine outbreak, from an outbreak. But what concerned me is that doctors don't consider the financial impact. We have an economy that requires people to pay for goods and services. And if complying to the health professionals alone, yeah, we'd all die. That's why the government was then supposed to step in and say, okay, the doctors are telling us that this is a crisis and we need to all stay home to stay safe. So the government is implementing a food and sanitation, hygiene care package to be delivered at everybody's door once a week until we get the all clear. No businesses will be opened. Everybody is to stay home. Now, granted, unless Governor Herbert shuts down the ports of entry, all roads and the airports, we would still be stuck at home receiving our weekly care package. assuming they would follow my advice. Because the rest of the world has failed also. And Utah is not set up to be self-reliant. They're in violation of the church's orders to be self-reliant or suffer and die. As I went over in the 14 Fundamentals by Benson. Follow the prophet or you will suffer. They didn't follow the prophet, they're now suffering. Mormons didn't follow the prophet, they're now suffering. Mormons are following the prophet and are suffering, as he's keeping the church, temple, their businesses, thus requiring us to go to work so that we can pay for their business products and services. So, Governor Herbert's statement is the connecting link, as he announced way back in the early summer. We need to get people back to church. We need to get Utahns back to church. No, you don't. No, you don't. But thank you for revealing your Freudian slip. So, there you have it. Wow. Yeah, the emails go back into April also. As I see here, we have zero control over and limited visibility on testutah.com. Processes and procedures done wrote in April. Oh man, some of the reporting was over 2 weeks old. Oh man. Oh. Alrighty. So, I already published the email to Judge Campbell and Shelby. He was part of that. So, there you have it.